Alright guys, BLM here, we're back with more Shenmue. We're continuing on from where we left off. Where, I don't remember what we're doing, it's been like an hour. Oh yeah, we need to find the, what's it called? Don Jang Diner in the Lucky Charm. Okay, quarter, it's over here. Yeah, I had a pretty big headache. It took about an hour off, coming back now. It's still there, but it's not as bad, so yeah. I'll probably record for another hour and then get around doing other things, but, oh fuck, it's nighttime, it's not gonna be open, is it? Alright, we'll see.
Excuse me.
How can I help you?
Where is Dojang Diner?
Oh, Dojang.
Come to think of it, I have business in that area too. Follow me.
Thank you.
Sure. Okay. Thank God she's going in the opposite direction of where she was going. But yeah. So... Yep. Oh yeah, American Ninja Warrior announced its locations. And for some reason they're going to Tacoma. It's like really random. I mean, like the other cities are like whatever, sure. Yeah, like what was it? It was L.A., Atlanta, Oklahoma City, Baltimore, and I forgot what the other one was. But either way, they're like standard cities. Like okay, fine. But then Tacoma, it's like why? And I guess they're filming inside. Like they're trying to film indoors in that location for the first time. It's like, it's really strange. Like, I don't know why they picked Tacoma, of all places. It's probably some, like, I would assume that they're getting some money from them or something. But it's like a really random city. But yeah, again, kind of just waiting. Because I really have no clue where it is, so I might as well just let her take us there. Okay. Still don't see it.
Here, this is the place.
Thank you very much.
Perhaps we shall meet again sometime.
Maybe. Wait, where? Oh, this one. Oh, is it
Dojang
closed?
Diner. It's here.
Closes at not at 8. No.
It's not open.
Fuck, it's closed for a day, of course. Okay, at least I know where this is, though. Shit, that sucks. I should think that's also annoying, is I don't know how to get home. I don't know where our actual place is. Shit.
Excuse me.
You need something?
No, I didn't mean to do this.
I'll ask someone else.
There's no wait option?
Oh, it's not open.
Oh, this is how you make a marker. Okay. So that's interesting. Okay. So that's how you do it. Yeah, I guess we're done for today. I don't know what else to do. I guess we could try to make some money.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I pushed the
What
wrong
is it?
button.
I'll ask someone else.
There we go. Oh, no.
Excuse me.
What is it?
Probably part-time job.
Do you know a place where I can get a part-time job?
The man at the Lucky Hip place is sometimes looking for clerks. It's in the middle of the South Carmaine quarter. I can take you there if you want. Follow me.
Thank you.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll let her take us. See a Candy's interview. from Big Brother got posted. I haven't been like I haven't watched any of the interviews, like any of the video interviews, but I've read like the written ones, obviously. So I've read all of them, but Candy and Lolo's up to this point. Candy's just got posted. And yeah, I mean, it looks like she would have taken Ricky over Tamar just because she did make a promise with Ricky. So that's something. Okay, and we're still waiting. Yeah, again, nothing too surprising. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Are we almost there yet? Wait, weren't we supposed to go to South Carmet? Whatever it is. Whatever, who cares? Okay. Anytime now. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, when something I am interested in doing when AC3 comes out is that this will actually, like the remaster, is that it'll actually be the first time that I play the Benedict Arnold DLC. Because I've actually never played it before. I have watched it, but I've never actually played it. So that'll be interesting. And it was the same thing with the Ezio collection. Like there was some DLC on the Ezio collection I never played before until because like I usually play the major DLCs, but I don't play like some of these minor ones, like Benedict Arnold. I never actually play. Again, I've watched it, but I never played it. Same thing with a lot of those tombs, those extra tombs that were in AC2. I've never played until I played it on the channel when I played the Ezio collection. Same thing with like Copernicus Conspiracy. Never played that until I played it on the channel. I don't think there was any in Revelations. Was there? I forgot. But either way, yeah, like so. I find it, that's something I do like about these like remastered editions, whatever definitive editions, and all that sort of stuff that comes out. Is that obviously it comes with all DLC, which again, me being someone who I don't typically buy DLC unless it's a game that I actually care for. I mean, like again, the only DLCs I've ever bought, I believe, are Assassin's Creed DLCs. I might be forgetting something, but I believe that's the case. I mean, like everything else has like been DLCs that came with like again, like The Witcher 3. Like I've played the DLCs obviously, but that's because it came with the complete edition. Same thing with The Last of Us. Last of Us Remaster came with Left Behind. Unless you want to consider Lost Legacy a DLC. But yeah, usually don't buy DLCs. And also Assassin's Creed, like at this point I kind of feel like it's an obligation at this point, in the sense that, I mean, I think Odyssey's changed that, but at least before Odyssey I felt like it was an obligation to keep up with Assassin's Creed. At this point, I don't give a shit. I'll still probably buy the new Assassin's Creed next year, like the Rome game. Just because, to be honest, I legitimately want to play a
This is
Rome
it.
RPG.
Thank you very much.
Perhaps we shall meet again sometime.
And then same thing if like the next game is a Japan game or a Viking game, which seem to be the two options.
Excuse me?
Like I'm okay with both
I'd like
those.
to ask you something.
Try the game here once, then I'll tell you.
Actually,
What is it?
Do you know a place where I can get a part-time job nearby?
You're just in time. I was looking for somebody to hire part-time. Okay, kid, you're on.
okay.
What do I do if a customer comes?
It'll be easy. The bet is $50. You take 3 turns each with the customer. The one who gets the most balls in the target wins.
Okay.
What if the score is tied?
Then it's sudden death until there's a winner. For your work, you get to keep half of what you win. If you lose, you get nothing. So, do you get it?
Yes, but don't I need money to play against the customers with?
I'll give you $300 to start off with. That should keep you going, unless you really screw up or something. Are you ready to work for me?
Yeah, sure.
Please.
I have to get things ready, so wait a little while. Here's the money. Remember, this isn't for your own personal use. Don't run off with it.
All right.
Okay.
You're supposed to make money, not lose it.
All right. Do you want to try a game of Lucky Hit?
There's like no one here.
How about trying Lucky Hit?
Cool.
How about a game? It's $50 a game, and the rule is...
No. I'm broke.
Oh. Please come again.
I guess Lindsay Lohan's getting involved with the Big Brother drama too, so that's something. For some reason. Yeah, I'm just scrolling through Reddit right now, considering we're kind of wasting time here. Is this guy gonna?
How about a game? It's $50 a game, and the rule is...
Fine, I know how to play.
Do you want to play then?
Let me
Wanna
make
play
some
a
money.
game?
We take turns. Go ahead.
So it's essentially just pachinko.
That's it.
My turn now.
Oh, we play too? Oh. Wait, how come I can't move? Oh, whatever. Ah, so close.
I missed. Please, your turn next.
I mean, this is the thing too, is that, like, I mean,
Yeah.
people rank
My turn
Mike
now.
Holloway low on their winner rankings for Survivor, I'm talking about. Which, obviously, I agree with. However, I don't think people keep on mentioning the auction as the place where his game went wrong. And fuck, we fucked that up. But the thing about it is that they were already coming
It's your
after
turn.
him at the time of the auction. Like, the auction had no effect on anything. Like, it didn't matter. Like, they were coming after Mike already at that point in the final 9. Like, oh shit, he's gonna win, isn't he? Bastard.
Right.
It's game.
I'll let you go for today. I won enough.
Damn it. Yeah, I mean, again, like Mike Holloway's not a great winner, obviously, because he had to win 5 immunities and it used an idol successfully to get to the end.
Do you
But at
want
the
to try
same
a game of Lucky
time,
Hit?
it's like that, like the auction thing wasn't his problem. Like people call it like the worst move made by a winner, and I definitely don't agree. Mind you, it is a bad move, obviously. Like he optimally should
How about trying
have.
Lucky Hit?
I mean, optimally, he
Watching
still
the
should have
stand,
done what
huh?
he did. It's just
Can
that
I
he
play?
should have kept
Yeah.
the vote
It's
steal.
$50 a game, and the rule is
I'm looking for someone.
Not give it
Are you
back,
familiar
but
with this
whatever.
neighborhood?
sorry, I'm not familiar with this area.
Oh, really? Too bad then. Thanks for your time.
Uh,
How about a game of Lucky Hit?
and also people keep on praising Carolyn's game, and I don't think Carolyn's game was that great either.
How about trying Lucky Hit?
Like, and Carolyn was
Can I give
gonna
it a shot?
like if it was a final 2 Carolyn versus
Yeah.
Will.
It's $50 a
Will
game,
could have
and
won
the
that
rule is
game. I mean,
You don't need to tell me.
coming into final
Do
tribal,
you
like
want to play
Will
then?
had more votes than
wanna
Carolyn.
make some money.
Like,
we take turns. Go ahead.
and also like people keep on praising her final 7 idol play when it's like, in my opinion, that's a flaw of her game. Like obviously she, oh no, final 7, final 6, where she used the idol at the final 6 to
I wasn't
save
accurate
herself and everything. It's like that's a
My
flaw.
turn
Like she
now.
would have been voted out. Like why is that a good thing? Like I mean, one, it's even worse the fact that Mike Holloway had to tell her to play it. Ooh, okay, we got it at the last second there.
I got it. Please, your turn next.
Like I think Carolyn's like really overrated as a player. I think she's a fun personality though. I would like to see her play again, but I think as a player she's a bit overrated. Especially based on her game that we saw in Worlds Apart. Ah, damn it.
Just as I thought.
My turn now.
Oh fuck, that was wrong. I didn't realize how the end of this track worked. Yeah, I should have known. That was dumb. I was thinking there would be more
It's your
platforms there.
turn.
Okay, or more pins. Damn it.
Good.
It's my turn.
So essentially we need to make this. It's not looking great. Oh, actually, no! Damn it. We
I
almost had
missed.
it.
It's game.
You should practice more. Thanks for my winnings.
Isn't that a terrible business model though? Like, how the fuck are you making any money from this?
How about a game of Lucky Hit?
Like when it's complete luck, where it's like a 25% chance, where it's actually no, it's a 50% chance because
How about
like
trying
you're
Lucky
both
Hit?
playing with the same statistics.
Hey, you
so
can
it's
go
like,
now.
this is kind of dumb.
All right.
I can't pay you.
I know.
What?
But you can come back and help again.
Wait, how did we end up with 0 money? Didn't we have $10?
I should get some rest.
So essentially, this job is essentially gambling,
I should get some
isn't it?
rest at the Dahlia Win Apartments.
It's just gambling if you have no money. Like essentially, you're gambling with someone else's money. Time's it? 19 minutes in. All right.
Shuing, I'm going to sleep.
Sleep tight.
Why did that need to be there?
Mr. Hazuki, it's time.
Yeah, to be honest, though, I'm actually really excited for Shenmue 3 at this point. I'm actually really enjoying these games.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Same task as yesterday.
Thank God.
I got it.
Make sure you don't drop them. Be careful.
All right. Gotta start.
Okay. Alright, let's see how this goes. Okay.
That's the way to go.
Again, that's kind of a... Like, I mean, the thing about Worlds Apart is that, for me, it's so tough with the winner. Like who should have won that season, because, again, I have a very specific rules. Like, I have very specific rules on who I would vote for in a particular Final 2 and whatever, especially with Survivor. Survivor more so than Big Brother, because I feel like with Survivor, there's idols and all stuff, and all that sort of stuff that, again, I consider if you have to play an idol successfully on yourself, then you made a mistake, obviously. Like, whenever there's a point where you get the majority, the only situation where I don't think that's the case is if you intentionally try to get votes put on you so that you, like, I think that's a different scenario. But most times when you have the majority of the votes and you survive, like, I have issues with that. I'm okay with tied votes, again, like with Jeremy, where at the final 6 it was a 3-3 vote. I'm more okay with that, because I feel like ties, there's just so many different scenarios that could happen with that. But where it's a clear, like, you were going home unless you played an idol, I consider that a fault in your game. Fuck.
Steady there.
And I feel like the problem of Worlds Apart is that you have two people who both needed idols in Mike and Carolyn. And then after that, I rank based on dominance, based on people who had the most control of what was going on in the game. And the tough thing about Worlds Apart is that, to be honest, the person that had the most control in that game was probably Rodney, and he goes down at 4. And then we're left with people who didn't really have much control in the game. And again, we have Mike, who had control for a lot of the game up until the final 9, but at the final 9 he completely loses control and needs 5 immunity wins and 1 idol to get to the end. We have Carolyn, who wasn't necessarily in control, but was in the majority a lot of the game until final 7, where again she needed to use an idol, which again I don't love that. And really only made it to the end because Mike wanted to take her. Oof. Okay.
The next pile, please.
And to be honest, he wanted to take her more so as a FU to his old tribe, not necessarily as a testament to her gameplay or to her social game or anything. And then we got Will, who obviously played mediocrely. I mean, the thing about Will, though, is that obviously, people don't love him for the Shirin stuff. But if you take that out of it, it's like, he technically was well-positioned socially. Almost everyone in the game liked him outside of, again, Shirin. But again, it's kind of like how much of that was intentional. That's the problem there. And then also, again, the Shirin thing, obviously. I mean, again, he was pretty much looked at as a GOAT, obviously. So it's like, but I mean, okay. So it's like, for me, that's a really tough vote. To be honest, I would actually have considered voting for Will in that final 3, because again, technically Will doesn't break any of the rules that I have. Mind you, obviously I'm not going to strictly follow those rules 100%. But again, I don't think I would vote for Mike, because again, I consider immunity wins the same thing as idols, where it's like, if you need an immunity win to not be voted out, then again, you made a mistake. Okay. So, I think I would have voted for Carolyn over Mike, but not because I think Carolyn played a much better game. But yeah, I mean, I would have actually considered voting for Will, so I think that one's one of the tougher seasons for me when picking a winner. Yeah, I've talked about this before. How I've considered doing a YouTube video on this, where like I go through all the Survivor final tribal councils and talk about who I would have voted for,
We're almost
and
done.
like give an explanation of why. I think it'll be interesting to do, though. I think that actually, I do think I will do that video at some point. Ah, damn it.
Steady there.
I mean, because like, it's tough. And to be honest, like, I think I've calculated this in the past, and I'm only like 50%. Like, I would only vote for the winner about 50% of the time. Okay. Like what? Season 1. I mean, let's just get through it. I mean, again, I did say I want to make a YouTube video, but obviously I won't go through too detailed of the explanation now. But like season 1, I would vote for Rich. Season 2 is tough. I think Tina and Colby are really close. I think for the longest time I would have said I would have voted for Colby. Or I think the more and more time has gone on, the more I respect Tina's game. So I do think I might have voted for Tina at this point. Though I do think she still played a flawed game in the sense that
One more pile and we're done.
I think she was too loyal to Colby, who was someone that could have beaten her, because she would have taken Colby too to the end over Keith. Like, so people bash Colby a lot for that move, but it's like Tina would have done the same thing. The only difference is that Tina won, but the thing is she didn't know she was gonna win. So yeah, either way, I love how I said I wasn't gonna go through a detailed explanation, but I just kind of did there.
How long do I have to do this?
But I do think I would have voted for Tina because she was obviously in the better social position. Ethan versus Kim, I would have voted for Ethan. Vesepia versus Nalia is another tough one. I think at this point I would say Nalia, though I do think Vesepia played more. But I do think Nalia, I think I would vote for Nalia based on my criteria.
There's not much space.
Then I would vote Brian over Clay. I would vote Matt over Jenna, which I think that's the first. Is that the first time I disagree? Oh no, Nalia, but whatever. Yeah, Matt over Jenna. Would have voted Sandra over Lil. But to be honest, they're both bad in my opinion. Like I wouldn't have loved voting for either option. But it would have to be Sandra over Lil. Again, Lil got voted out and came back, so. Boston Rob in All Stars. Chris. No, actually no. Twyla in Vanuatu.
A style which combines the attack and the throw moves. Thank you. It was very helpful.
Plow's
in
tough.
return,
Because it's like Tom did need immunities to get to the end. But then he didn't need immunities until Final 4. And because I've kind of decided that, like, I think I'll be more lenient on the final couple immunities. I think because like there's people like JT and like I think I like when I did my winner rankings, I think I decided to be more lenient on the last couple immunities.
in the Chinese martial
But
arts,
I don't know, it's tough because again, like Katie didn't do much either, so it's like I think I would have to vote for Tom.
Would you like to learn this?
In 11, I would vote for Stephanie. Yeah, I think I have to, but I
Yes,
wouldn't be
please.
upset Danny winning either.
All right. I'll show you the form
12,
first.
I would vote for
Watch
Danielle.
carefully.
But again, I think that one's really close too.
Tense your palms and legs as you take a step forward. Now,
And again, I wouldn't be upset. I'm not upset at Ars winning, but I do think I would lean Danielle, though not by much. Wait, what was it?
you're not putting force in your hands. Tense your palms and legs as you take a step forward.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Cool. What, 13? I would vote for
You
you.
have learned the form.
Actually, Yeah, I would
Yes.
vote for Yule.
You cannot master.
But again, I
Kung
have
Fu in a
problems with
day or
Yule
two.
though. With Yule's God Idol.
Make sure to practice every day.
I don't love the fact that he couldn't have gone
There is
home
an
at
application
Final
of the lunging strike.
4,
Take your
and also the
steps.
fact that if it was a traditional Final 2, which he was thinking it was going to be, there's a very good chance he gets voted out at 3. So like that's where I'm kind of tough on should I vote for Yule or not. If I was in that
There
situation.
are further variations. Try to figure them
So
out.
yeah, whatever.
Yes. Thank you very much.
I do think I would vote for Yule though, because again, like statistically, he has the best shot at that Final 3. Because he would have been screwed over by an Aussie immunity win, like immunity run, which he couldn't really account for, because the only time that Aussie was vulnerable was a time where, oh fuck, no, I didn't mean to do this. I meant to do from yesterday. Damn it. Yeah, the only time he was vulnerable was a time where it didn't make sense to get rid of your own number, which was at Final 8, right? So yeah, I mean, I do think I will vote for Yule. 14, I would vote for Earl. I would consider Dreams, but I would vote for Earl. Okay, it's in this district, right? 15, Todd. That one's easy. 16, Parvati. 17, Sugar, I think. But I would vote for Susie over Bob. Like, I mean, like, ideally I would vote for Sugar, but knowing Sugar had no chance at winning, I would have voted for Susie over Bob. So, yeah. And then 18, I would have voted for Steven. Yeah. 19, I would have voted for Russell. 20, I would have voted for... Again, it's tough. I would have voted for Russell, even though he played a terrible... like, had terrible jury management. I would have voted for Russell. However, because I knew... like, I would have known he would have had no shot, obviously, so I would have voted for Parvati over Sandra. But I'll continue this conversation in the next episode. So, for now, thanks for watching.